From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Roz. Mocha. Roz. Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That is amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lena, welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show. What's going on?
Okay, so I was scrolling through Instagram and I saw a video of Shawn Mendes walking on the red carpet. He leaves the whole crowd and goes and hugs someone that looks a lot like Maurie. And then he walks away.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that in just a couple of minutes, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I promise. We're going to get the whole story of what went down with Damnit Maurie and Shawn Mendes on the Juno carpets last night.
News to
Because
me.
Maurie was the belle of the ball last night.
Oh, yeah?
sure.
At the Junos?
Like
Really?
nothing else mattered on that carpet. Believe me.
I know, exactly. That's what I thought. I was
Yes.
like jealous.
Nothing. Maurie was like, he was the envy of everyone on that carpet last night.
Really?
Yes,
I bet.
the Junos carpet was, it was standard fare until Shawn Mendes showed up, and as soon as Shawn Mendes showed up, Maurie became the star. So we will get that whole story. Give us like a couple of minutes, and we'll come back.
Wow.
We're going to get the whole story of Shawn Mendes and Damnit Maurie at the Junos last night.
Thanks,
Okay,
Lena.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening. Thanks,
Okay.
guys. I love you.
You
Love
got
you
it.
too. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Junos went down last night.
Okay. So,
And
no.
what happened with Damnit Maurie?
The Junos didn't go down last night.
Shawn Mendes. I didn't see this.
Shawn Mendes and Damnit Maurie went down last night.
Okay.
So, regular carpet, right? Mayhem, chaos. Damnit Maurie, get in here. You good?
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, regular carpet. How big was the carpet, Maura?
Like, I don't know.
How many outlets? Like how many journalists?
Oh, like 15, 16, 17.
He didn't
outlets.
actually mean to measure
I thought that's what
the
it was.
carpet,
I was like, oh
man.
my God, like 20 meters? I don't know.
He gives it to me
What?
in meters. Interesting. How long is
carpet.
a meter, Maura?
Like 6 feet?
This is why Shawn Mendes loves you. Okay. For God's sakes. So we know Maurie and Shawn Mendes have this long history from when Shawn was just starting out.
Yeah.
And Maurie and Shawn have given us some incredible moments on this show, whether it was the two of them. Like Shawn Mendes built this sort of relationship with Maurie, like back in the day when Maurie was still allowed to do things like go into interviews and play back Pictionary with people. And if you can believe, thumb wrestling with Shawn Mendes and
Hot
back
potato.
and back Pictionary and hot potato.
Anything to
and
touch him, man.
anything to touch him. And so that was the rule, right?
Yeah.
It didn't matter what Maurie was sent in to do. We would sit and say, okay, you're going to interview Shawn Mendes. What are we thinking of doing? All this stuff. Maurie would always find a way to physically touch Shawn Mendes. Okay, so Jesus
Came up with this new
Christ.
fun game.
Okay, yeah, got a brand new fun game. So you have to know that there's a history there, right? So like Maurie goes in and he's like, hey, Shawn Mendes, I got a fun idea. Why don't you turn around and we'll do back Pictionary? And then they draw pictures on each other's back. And then the question then becomes like up the shirt or on the shirt. Like it was the weirdest stuff, right? That he used to do with Shawn Mendes.
But Shawn Mendes is so cool, though.
Totally. And that's what made it so great. And then on the carpet last night, it's mayhem, and Shawn Mendes is coming in and obviously not talking to really anyone, right? Like maybe a couple of people down at the end, but he there's video of it, and he plows past everybody. And then he sees Maurie, okay? And then finally, after all these years, Shawn Mendes returns the favor and finds a way to physically embrace Damnit Maurie. So Maurie's on the carpet.
Yeah.
Shawn is like, they're rushing him through, and he stops and he walks over to Maurie and gives him a hug. Listen to this. Yeah.
Good to see you, man. I got to run. I just want to say hi. Love you, man. Enjoy your night.
Okay.
Yo, that's amazing, dude. Hold on a second. I'm so happy for you. Hold on.
Good to see you, man. I got to run. I just want to say hi. Love you, man. Enjoy your night.
Out of all those people, Shawn Mendes
Yes.
noticed you, Damnit Maurie.
Yes.
Me? I know.
Yeah, and walked right over. That's amazing.
Yes.
Dude,
right?
that's
He
great.
pushed
Do you
his
have
security away to get by.
footage of this?
Yeah, everyone filmed it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Oh, so good.
You don't have to be that excited, Mocha. It's
No,
fine.
I'm genuinely happy for the guy.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Most times-
no, it's
faking it, I'm
fine.
enjoying
It's
it. Like,
fine.
it's fine.
It's
I'm
fine.
taking it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to be that excited
No,
about
let
it.
him
I'm
be.
genuinely excited for the
it's
guy.
okay.
No,
It's
but what- just
okay.
let
Yo,
him
why are
be.
you
It's
being
okay.
such a hater right
I'm
now?
not being a hater. I
let
find
me
your
celebrate Maury's
no, but
win right now.
I find your enthusiasm to be a
But
little
I don't
disingenuous.
care.
That's all.
I don't
No,
care.
it's not. I'm actually happy for
No,
Maury.
I know, but I don't think you are though.
No, but
No, I know, but
am.
I don't think you are. That's fine. We
Does
can disagree.
It matter?
Guys.
Anyway, so what happened is that
Like, it's the most excited Mocha's been
no,
for
no.
anything.
I know.
me.
It's a little too much for me though. Okay, like it's a little too much. Let's dial it down a little bit. So Maury then became the envy of everybody on the carpet, right? Because what happened was that everybody was filming Shawn walking down the carpet, and because he didn't stop to talk to anyone, the footage that everybody else wound up posting was just Shawn Mendes hugging Damnit Maurie. So then Damnit Maurie winds up on everybody's feeds.
Oh, amazing.
Right? Oh, God.
See, no,
Enough
now
with
he's
this.
now he's toned it down.
I know,
Bring it back
no,
up again.
No, enough.
what she said.
Okay, enough.
Not to me, though.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so play it again here. Play it again because we got to play it again in case you missed it. This is Shawn Mendes hugging Maury last night on the carpet.
Good to see you, man. I gotta run. I just want to say hi. Love you, man. Enjoy your night.
And I would also like to say that Shawn Mendes was the first to say love you. Maury didn't say love you first. Shawn Mendes said love you. Maury said love you too.
Did not notice that. Let me hear
Right?
it again.
Good to see you, man. I gotta run. I just want to say hi. Love you, man. Enjoy your night.
Oh.
Right?
Mocha,
Wow.
Are you excited about this?
Right?
That's all right.
No, that-
yeah.
Oh, come.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bumped into Shawn Mendes again yesterday.
Did you? Where, Maury?
Matthew and I were walking.
Are
our
you
dog.
eating? Do you have food in your mouth right now?
No, there's something stuck in between.
Food?
What else?
What's in your mouth?
What are you eating?
What are
No,
you
I mean,
eating?
like I think there's like a nut.
What
in
are
my-
you eating?
What are you eating?
What are you eating?
What are you?
Is the
Oh, a
question.
parfait.
Excuse me.
And I only discovered the fruits in the bottom.
Like in life.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
No, he's about to pass.
Yeah.
Room is spinning.
Okay, so you ran into Shawn Mendes because to recap, last weekend at the Junos, there was a red carpet, big red carpet, and Shawn walked onto the red carpet, did no media with anybody, and as he was blowing by everybody, they're like, Shawn. Shawn made eye contact with you and stopped his stride and made his way over to you, gave you a big hug, told you he loved you. You told him you loved him. It was a great moment, probably one of the best moments on the Junos red carpet. And then he just continued on, and then everybody freaked out because Shawn walked over and hugged you.
This is exactly what it sounded like, by the way.
Good to see you, man. I gotta run. I just want to say hi. Love you, man. Enjoy your night.
Right? Beautiful moment.
Unbelievable.
So where did you run into Shawn yesterday?
So Matthew and I walk Andy, our dog, the same way all the time. Like we cross Spadina, we go into the park.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. And Shawn was crossing the street towards us as we were walking. Like we literally passed each other.
Yeah.
And as he's coming towards us, Matthew, thank God he was wearing a mask so you couldn't like see him mouthing this, but he was like, I think that's Shawn. And
Do you call him Shawn or do you call him Shawn Mendes?
Shawn?
Really?
And so as he's walking towards me, I just went, Shawn, with my hands, like I was walking with my hands in my pockets. I
Yeah.
went, Shawn.
Yeah.
And he looks over, he's like, hey, it's so good to see you again.
No hug?
No, because he like whispered it. So here's the thing.
okay.
The
I
rest of
gotcha.
the walk for like the next hour, Matthew and I were going over and over and over the situation to see if we played it cool. Right?
Here's my thing, man. Like, okay, jeez.
Because Matthew's like, did I tap you? I'm like, no, you didn't tap me. You just said there's Shawn. And I'm like, yeah, but did I keep it cool when I said, Shawn? And he's like, well, you sounded like your dad.
I know, but
yeah.
4 days ago, he saw you and literally ran up and gave you a hug.
Matthew thinks he whispered, "Hey, good to see you again," because he didn't want, he didn't want to make a scene. There was no security. It was in the middle of the street.
Were you wearing your mask as well?
It was below my nose, like it was on my chin. Yeah,
Right, so he knew. I mean, he knew. He knew.
Was he wearing a
knew it
mask?
was
Oh,
you.
okay.
he was not wearing a mask at all.
He wasn't, eh?
No, and he was like just wearing a super nice sweater.
So
and he was walking
you're
in a
wondering if
restaurant.
you played it cool. So what were the other options though? Like when
I
you were
could have said,
discussing this,
hey,
like,
oh my God, this is my husband, and like reach
That's
for a hug or
worse.
something. I know. So I
Yeah.
think I did really, really well.
you think that's worse?
Yeah, because then you're in the
Agreed.
middle, like you're crossing paths as you're like crossing the street, and then you're like, oh, hey, Shawn, here's my husband. We've been married for so long. I think he played it cool, like, Shawn.
Well, I think that
No, but
I,
in deepest point, I think I was respecting that he didn't want to make a scene, and he was trying to just sort of
Yes.
keep it cool.
Because I saw on, I think, Instagram maybe,
You know that Maury's going to walk his dog that exact same way at that exact same time every single
Shawn
day until
did
that poor
stop
dog dies.
and like talked to and took pictures with like a ton of fans.
I saw that. He's wearing that's the sweater he was wearing when I saw him.
Oh, so yeah, I think that you could have. I think that after the hug, after that moment, I think that you could have. I think that you could have. You do?
No, I disagree because when he gave me the hug, he was in a confined red carpet space where it's controlled. Fans are behind a barrier.
Now, do you think maybe he only then like I'm starting to now question the legitimacy of the hug on the carpet now. Like, and maybe he only did that for the cameras.
No, but then he would have hugged TV people.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think
why
so.
Me? He would have hugged anybody else.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like he used Maury for the moment?
I think so, maybe.
Oh. Then I would have used somebody better than me. Many options.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
So this is how I said it. I went, Shawn.
You said it like that?
That's what I'm saying. Matthew
weird,
said.
man.
Matthew was like, "You sounded like your dad, Frank." That he goes. That was the only criticism. He's like, "You sounded daddy."
Wait a second. Your move. So Shawn Mendes is walking down the sidewalk. You guys just had this big moment at the Junos on the weekend. Okay, Shawn Mendes is walking down the sidewalk, and you want to be discreet in order to sort of not blow his cover in case he just wants to get from A to B without being hassled by fans. And your move to help him be discreet but still acknowledge him was to go, Shawn.
Yeah, that's so weird. Dude.
Okay, that's weird, man.
So weird. Why can't you
That's
ever
weird.
just be normal?
But no, I thought that was like I just went Shawn.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, now that's weird.
No, but I could have went like Shawn. I felt like going lower is more discreet than I went. Ooh.
God. Going lower is rarely more discreet than going higher, by the way, Maury.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Jason Momoa is apologizing after taking pictures inside the Sistine Chapel while he was in Rome filming the new Fast and Furious movie. So it's not allowed. And then he posted this video where he was inside doing a private tour and he was taking pictures. And then everybody started going in on him in the comments because it's not allowed. And now Jason Momoa has to apologize.
I would never want to do anything to disrespect someone's culture. So if I did, I apologize. And that wasn't my intention. And I definitely paid to have that private moment and give a nice donation to the church. And so I love you. Sorry if I offended you. And my apologies.
Out of all the things that have happened and decisions that have been made inside that Vatican that could have been perceived as disrespecting your culture, Jason Momoa taking pictures inside of the Sistine Chapel is very low on that list.
He hasn't taken it off his social yet. It's still there.
Because let me just explain something, okay? Because I don't know how this became about disrespecting a culture. The reason you're not allowed to take pictures inside the Sistine Chapel is because when they did the restoration years ago, like in 1980, they put out bids to people. So companies were bidding on the restoration, and they would in turn give this massive donation to the Vatican in order to be the ones to complete the restoration. And it was a company called Nippon Television Corporation out of Japan who spent $4.2 million as an offering to restore the Sistine Chapel. But with that deal came photo and video rights.
Oh,
okay. And then, so when those photo and video rights ran out, the Sistine Chapel just carried on with the no photography
So it has
inside.
nothing to do with religion?
It has nothing to do with religion. Maury, this has everything to do with the fact that there's a gift shop that sells calendars and postcards.
I thought like it would
of the
upset God or
Sistine Chapel.
something.
No, they lean on the no flash photography because it's going to damage the restoration, right? But that doesn't exist anymore. Nobody's going in there with flash photography, right? So this was a rights issue, not a culture issue. And Jason Momoa is now apologizing to people for paying for a private tour. And by the way, if you pay for a private tour at the Sistine Chapel, you can take all the pictures you want. Like, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yo, I'm looking right now.
at his photos and videos.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Right.
Gorgeous. I'm
and
glad
he says
posted
in that
these pictures.
apology, I know we only played this to the short version of it, but he says in that apology 3 times that he made a very large donation. Right? Like he's like,
Oh,
I paid for this. But
Yo,
I don't
snap
know.
away.
I don't know. People, it's so wild to me. People have no idea that they think that it is this, that the reason you're not allowed to take pictures is that it's somehow offensive to somebody in some weird way. It's not. It was a rights issue. It was copyright.
I did not know that.
The reason for that. So anyway, Jason, you got to apologize, though. You got to do it when the mob comes for you. You got to apologize.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you see that story of the guy who landed a plane in Florida and he had 0 flight experience whatsoever?
No.
So he's on this small plane with another passenger. And then, of course, the pilot. Flying from the Bahamas, trying to get back to Florida. Mid-flight, the pilot completely passes out.
Okay.
And the guy...
Why does the pilot pass out?
I'll get to that in a second.
Well, no, tell me now.
Okay. Well, the guy, his name's Darren Harrison.
Yeah.
Who is the passenger. I'll let him explain because he talked to the Today Show.
Oh, God.
I saw he kind of did a move like this and said, guys, I got to tell you, I don't feel good.
Oh,
and
no.
I said, what's wrong? And he said, I got a headache and I'm fuzzy and I just don't feel right. And I said, what do we need to do? And at that point, he didn't respond at all. He was already done.
What was the position of his body in that moment?
He was still leaned back.
So he never slumped forward.
Correct. Never slumped forward at all. At that point, he wasn't responding to us yelling at him. So I moved to the front, and by the time I had moved forward to the front of the airplane, I realized that we had now gone into a dive at a very fast rate.
God.
All I saw when I came up to the front was water out the right window, and I knew it was coming quick.
Oh, my God.
And at that point, I knew if I didn't react, that we would die. And so I reached over his body because he's at this point unresponsive. I kind of put my arm over to where my elbow is sitting here, and I grabbed the controls of the airplane and slowly started to pull back on the stick and turn.
How did you know how to do that?
Just common sense, I guess, being on airplanes, because I knew if I went up and yanked that the airplane would stall. And I also knew at the rate we were probably going way too fast, and it would rip the wings off the airplane.
Do you think that you've watched enough movies and TV shows in your life that if you were in that situation, you'd be able to steady out a plane?
No. The only thing
you don't,
that I...
huh? Look at Shem
No,
right now.
I don't think so either. I don't think you... Because I don't know enough about the controls, right? About like all the the display that you have in front of you. I know, the only thing I know is exactly what this guy said, is you grab the steering wheel and maybe you pull back a little bit to hopefully have the plane level out.
It's called a yoke, by the way.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
You're yoking.
No, I'm not.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that what it's called? Isn't that the steering wheel on airplanes called a yoke?
I just
Am
thought it
wrong
was
about
like
that?
legit called
Okay,
a steering
forget
wheel.
about the instruments, because you can fly a plane without knowing how to. You can be on instruments or off instruments, right?
Yeah.
Like you can fly a plane. Like JFK didn't do instruments, and that's why his plane went down, because he didn't know his altitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm with Shem on this. I think I've seen enough television shows and movies to know that if the pilot went down and slumped over, in my heart and in my head, I believe I could level that sucker out.
But if it starts beeping, then you're in trouble.
No. The beeps are there.
So when this regular passenger had to fly and land the plane after the pilot passed out, when he was back and forth talking with air traffic control, they were telling him as he was like approaching the landing strip in Florida, like, you're coming in way too hot. You need to slow down.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Right? And he landed, and there's video footage. He landed the plane, no problem. It did look like it was coming in a little too fast.
too hot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he, and stopped flawless. It was totally fine. But this is what his communication was with air traffic control, as soon as everything happened and he had control of the plane and was able to figure out how to talk to people back on the ground.
I've got a serious situation here. My pilot has gone incoherent. I have no idea how to fly the airplane.
So he said, I've got a serious situation here. My pilot has gone incoherent. I have no idea how to fly the plane. right? So the
Yeah.
person at traffic control then I guess talks to their supervisor. So now the two of them are talking to this guy.
Number 333 Lima Delta, Roger. What's your position? I have no idea. I can see the coast of Florida in front of me, and I have no idea. Number 3 Lima Delta, no problem. Just continue to stay wings level, maintain 5,000, and follow the coast, and we're going to try to find you here on the radar.
He's like, I have no idea. I
Wow.
just see the coast of Florida right below
So
me.
there's no autopilot button after all?
No, that's a whole other level of skill that you need to know as
they
well
really
on
need to
how
make
to
that clear. There
engage.
should be a button. You just push it.
Right, like in Airplane, that movie when the inflatable guy shows up, right, and then he just reaches out and grabs the thing. But Shem, you think that you could land this plane, Shem?
Listen, I'm turning into John McCain.
You
know
are.
what I'm saying?
No way.
Or Keanu Reeves in Speed. You know, that's me, man. I feel like I can do it. I'm like you, hold back and just.
Do you
be
mean
calm and
John
just be-
McCain or John McClane?
I said, what did I say? Did I
Isn't
say
John McCain?
John McCain's the dead senator.
And he's
No,
dead.
yeah,
I meant
no,
McClane.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, you know what I found? You know what I bought?
What?
Monkey butt.
Huh?
Monkey butt.
What are you
ever
talking
use
about?
this?
No.
Okay, you've used it, Maury.
Of course I have.
Yeah.
Monkey butt?
Monkey butt. Yeah. So
Is this disgusting? What's going on?
No, it's fabulous.
No, it's fabulous. It's fabulous.
is monkey butt?
So it's like a powder, right? It comes in like a container the size of like an Ajax container.
Uh-huh.
And it's the same consistency as Ajax.
Powdery,
like
yeah.
baby powder.
Uh-huh.
And you put it on your hand, and I guess like you rub it around a little bit, and you put it between the cheeks. And what it does is it prevents
between the cheeks?
in between the cheeks, and it prevents you when you're walking around in the summer and it's humid. You know, sometimes like in between the cheeks gets a little raw, and it hurts like real bad, and then it hurts for days.
Oh, and then when you shower, when the
And
water hits,
it's awful.
Use it in the front too.
And then you can use it in the front too, but I don't get it doesn't hurt down there.
No, but that
it,
way it prevents like sticking on the side.
Yes, yes, it does. But anyway, the stuff's called monkey butt because I guess that's what the condition is called. Loosely, I don't think that's the actual medical term, but that's what it's called.
Like swamp ass or something.
Okay, but they don't want to call a product. You know, would you rather rub monkey butt on you or swamp ass on you?
Neither, I guess.
Right? But I guess like runners use this and athletes use this, and it's like men use it, women use it. It's a wild thing. How long have you been using monkey butt, More?
I only found out about it last summer.
Yeah.
And I tweeted about it. I thought it was ridiculous. And then all these women wrote me going, "Oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever."
Yes. Yes.
So if you plan on Googling this, right?
Yeah.
Be specific.
Okay.
Don't just type in monkey butt.
Oh, no,
okay?
no.
You have to type in like monkey butt powder or something.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Because I just Googled monkey butt.
Yeah.
And yes, the container of what you're talking about pops up.
Yeah.
But also multiple pictures of like actual monkey ass.
Okay, yeah. That's not what I'm saying to rub, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
But
Anti-chafing powder is what
that's what it is. Yeah, it's anti-chafing powder.
What
But
it's called, yeah.
because I was really curious what people do when it gets hot. And because this has been that was a problem for me where I'm just, and I don't know how to fix that problem. Like how do you stop sweating and walking, right? Like that's the only cure for not chafing back there.
You can
is
get it
just
on Amazon, Lady Monkey Butt.
Lady monkey butt.
They have 3 of them available.
Well, what makes monkey butt different than lady? Why isn't it gender neutral?
Smell.
They have lady version, they have regular, and then they have one for babies.
Baby monkey butt? Really? What do you do for this, Shem? Do you have this problem at all or no?
Nah, man, I'm good. No,
Really?
no monkey butt.
You don't
over
sweat
here.
down there?
No, I don't believe you, Shem.
No,
you have
listen,
to.
You don't sweat down there?
Everybody
I'm-
sweats from their ass.
I'm not. I'm not saying I don't. It's just not a problem that I would need monkey butt in order to
Right.
solve it. And I hate
Right.
sweating. Let me just tell you.
Right. You're protected by Jesus down there.
Amen.
Yes.
According to their Twitter
I need to
account,
go to
here is
church.
how you apply. Number 1, make sure your skin is dry before you apply. Number
Yeah.
2, just use a small amount at first. Number 3, gently rub the powder on the area of irritation. And that's it. You're all set for your next adventure.
Yeah, because for years I thought I was the only person that experienced this. It would get so bad. Let me tell you, Can I say something gross? Not gross, but let me can I just can I maybe overshare real quick? So there were times where my monkey butt would be so sore, and this again, if you're just joining us, in the summer when you're walking around and it's humid and you're sweating, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, in between your cheeks, just gets so raw that you don't know what to do with. There were nights where I couldn't sleep, so I'm in bed nude, right? And the only way to alleviate the pain was to reach behind me and take the sheet, like the top sheet, and jam it in between my butt cheeks so my cheeks didn't touch.
Really?
Yeah. That was the only way. That was the only way to alleviate the pain and to be able to fall asleep was I had to take the bed sheet and open my cheeks a little bit and tuck it in and then put the other cheek back down. And then it stayed there all night. That was the only way to alleviate the pain. And then I discovered monkey butt.
And it saved your ass, literally.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
The head of ABC said that they would be up for having Chris Rock host the Oscars next year.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people had said that at the time that he would be the perfect fit. But then a lot of people were looking at the sort of nonsense that went down, and they were like, well, what about Ricky Gervais as well, right? So I know a lot of people want Ricky Gervais, but I think that the logical host would have to be Chris Rock. But Ricky Gervais has got a brand new Netflix special that drops on May 24th. It's called Supernature. And so here's a little clip of Ricky explaining the irony of his act.
Welcome to my show. It's not a show. There's no dancers or jugglers. It's basically a bloke talking, which is essentially what stand-up comedy is, isn't it? A bloke talking. Sexist.
He's so good.
What about all the funny female comedians? Like, No. Right. No. I'm not doing that. Okay, right. That was irony, okay? There's going to be a bit of that throughout the show. See if you can spot it, okay? Now, that's when I say something I don't really mean for comic effect, and you as an audience, you laugh at the wrong thing because you know what the right thing is. It's a way of satirising attitudes. Like that first joke, I used the old-fashioned sexist trope that women aren't funny. Now, in real life, I know there are loads of funny women. Like, I did it again. Well spotted. Good.
So you get what the special is, and Ricky was on with Stephen Colbert talking about exactly that, how he is still in this day and age able to do jokes about AIDS, cancer, Hitler, and yes, women.
There was a thought. I think, oh, will this be out of date? Then I realised that when you're dealing with, famine, AIDS, cancer, Hitler, those dudes are evergreen. Yeah, so they're not gonna. True. They don't date.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's no audience that isn't gonna love that.
Boo! Not Hitler. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Get over it.
Oh my God. Exactly. Yeah, but you're always evolving. You're spicing it up and what things happen. And
when people go to a Ricky Gervais comedy show, they have to know that you're going to be dealing with subjects that some people might find offensive.
Yes, but they know I deal with taboo subjects. But I deal with taboo subjects because I want to take the audience to a place it hasn't been before, and there is a tension. And I think people get offended when they mistake the subject of a joke with the actual target. And smart people know you can deal with anything, particularly when they're dealing with something like irony. Humour gets us over bad stuff, so that's why I laugh about terrifying bad things. That's why comedians are obsessed with death, because it gets us through. It's an inoculation to the real things that are going to happen.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can we just get a big round of applause, please? Please, 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 for 19-year-old Nicolina Bozzo.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
All right. Nicolina took this country by storm, took the U.S. by storm this season of American Idol, made it to the top 5, and unfortunately, her journey on the show ended last night.
Did,
Yeah, but this girl, I got to tell you, man, with her talent, it's not over for Nicolina.
What did she sing last night?
At all.
She sang Adele again.
She did, huh?
Yeah, All I Ask by Adele. Listen to this.
My heart at the door, I won't say a word. They've all been said before, why don't we just play pretend like we're not scared of what is coming next? We're scared of of having nothing left, look, don't get me wrong, I know
Just beautiful.
there's no tomorrow. All I ask is
Hey, so is this one of those? Because every now and then on Idol, like, and you see this with every singing competition show, it's not always the person who is the actual best singer who winds up winning.
Well, this is fan voted.
But is this one of those cases though? Like, are the people who are left in the top three, are they actually better singers than Nicolina or no?
They're great, but I think that Nicolina was probably better than maybe one of those.
Shem?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, listen, the top three are pretty good. I'll say that. And again, let's just listen to Nicolina perform that song by Adele. It's tough when you're singing like the Adeles, the Whitneys, the Mariahs, and all that stuff. You know, you can't help but be compared to them, right?
Yeah.
And she sounds great. Keep in mind, she's only 19. Her voice is going to mature, and it's going to get even stronger. It's going to get better. I thought she sounded great. You know, but it's tough.
I don't know. Maybe because we're in Canada, but like I haven't seen a name from Idol make as much news in a season than Nicolina. Like I
Agreed.
couldn't even tell you
Who
the
was the
names
last time?
of the other contestants, right? That are good, but not newsmakers. Like Nicolina on a weekly basis is a newsmaker.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right.
And a lot of the speculation, especially after last night's episode, is that from fans is that the business of American Idol doesn't want a Canadian to win.
No,
which is why,
I disagree with that.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
maybe it's
I
just
hear
people
ya.
who are big fans of Nicolina, as we are, and they wanted to see her go on because she has had these monster weeks, week after week after week.
But Mocha's right, though. I mean, even my husband last night, as soon as she was not voted in the top three, Matthew said it's because she's Canadian.
No, I disagree. I think that maybe years ago in the early stages of Idol, because Canadians haven't always been allowed to audition for Idol. That's like only a somewhat recent thing, right? But I think that when some of the biggest pop stars in the world are all Canadian, I think that it would actually do them no harm to have somebody voted through.
I do hope that, because they had, if she made it to the top three, there were big plans. And I hope that they still do what they were going to do in her hometown of Vaughan. There was supposed to be, like, if she did make it to the top three, she was going to fly home. They were going to do a parade and everything. I hope they still do
should.
that.
Yeah.
They should. I hope they do.
Hold on, does she know about this, or did you just blow like some sort of surprise?
I probably blew a surprise.
Oh, damn it, Maury!
No, but I want to be able to say I hope they still do it.
Right. So wait a second.
What, the secret thing? The secret party?
Bro.
Why would you say that, man?
I don't. Hey, because now, like, I hope they do it. But if I didn't say anything and they didn't do it, then how would anybody know that it was going to happen?
But then that's even more sad. Like if they were planning this big thing and then after it didn't happen and you go and say it.
Then I could say, why
that
didn't it happen?
Poor Nicolina and her family probably like, because they're listening right now.
Then do the parade so that I don't look bad.
Man.
Great. Now you know what has to happen. Now they got to do one for themselves, right? Like that's the worst.
They're gonna have to go to Von Mills, buy all new outfits.
See, it's not cool, man. You put people in a weird position with your.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Anyway, we are super proud
Yeah.
of
We love her.
Nicolina.
Not Maury.
Her performance last night, by the way, standing ovation. Her grandmother was in the audience.
Brilliant.
It was beautiful. Nicolina, you should be proud. We know your friends and family are proud. The Roz and Mocha Show, so extremely proud of you. We love you so much, and you know, bigger and better things.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like a parade.
Damn it, Maury.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let's go back to a couple of nights ago on American Idol. 19-year-old Nicolina Bozzo was top 5, did not make it to the top 3.
Heartbreaking.
Still incredibly proud of her.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I think now Nicolina probably has even more support behind her because people truly felt she deserved to be in the top 3. So now you have people right across the country who are like championing this girl. to go beyond Idol now, right? So Damnit Maurie actually talked to Nicolina.
Oh,
Got her on the
good.
phone last night.
Wonderful.
And she's still happy. Like, she's still got a lot to be proud of over her Idol experience.
Bro,
Say what?
I was just gonna say, it's like you made like top 5 out of what? Like how many thousands of people?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Congratulations for how far you got in American Idol. How proud of you are you of yourself?
I'm so excited.
Okay,
I'm so
Jesus.
proud of this journey and where it took me. Today's a good day. I feel like a winner. So there's a smile on my face today.
So talk to me about when Ryan Seacrest had you up on stage and they were going to announce one more person was joining the top 3. What was going through your mind at that moment? You thought, okay, this could be me. And then when he announced somebody else, what went through your head?
I mean, I'm very close with Fritz and Leah, who were the 3 I was standing with, or the 2 I was standing with. So I was just excited. I knew whatever the outcome was, it was going to be great because Leah, Fritz, they're both phenomenal artists and they deserve the world. So I was just kind of like, okay, whatever happens next is meant to be. Just trying to keep my head on my shoulders and stay calm.
Or are you secretly thinking like, oh my God, I'm so much better?
No, I could never. But this is the thing with this competition too, is like everyone's in their own lane, which is so beautiful because everyone brings something fresh. So that's why I feel like it's so awesome to see people move forward. And it's like, I don't know, it's just a really cool, it was a cool moment.
Damn, Maury trying to create beef between Idol contestants. It doesn't work that way, man. This is Damnit Maurie talking to Nicolina Bozzo.
Now, okay, so this is based on audience votes, right? So there was a crap ton of people voting for you. What do you want to say to everybody that did take the time to vote for you?
Thank you so much. That this has been an amazing journey. I know I don't have a lot of Canadian voting because that wasn't necessarily allowed, but to all the Americans who voted, thank you, because you got me this far. You made a little Canadian girl's dreams come true. So thank you so much.
And what is next for you? Is there already like plans in the works? Like, what can you tell us? Because at the end, Ryan Seacrest did say these people will be stars.
I mean, I'm just trying to ride this wave. I'm going to, start writing, start recording, start releasing, and then hopefully do some shows around Toronto and Vaughan and, all the places. And just kind of see where that takes me.
Nicolina Bozzo from Idol.
So Canadians weren't allowed to vote, right? So as a Canadian, you can go on the show, but Canadians can't vote. So she made it to top 5 without hometown votes.
Correct.
Because everybody else on Idol, like when you're from, Poughkeepsie, that whole region, everyone
in Poughkeepsie is voting for you.
You get that hometown push, which
because
I guess
it also brings clout. It gives clout to that town, right?
Yeah, they all want the Idol cameras there and everything else. So
Totally.
that's crazy. Making top 5 without a hometown vote, that's incredible.
So Nicolina, born in the town that I live in right now, Aurora, currently lives in the city I used to live in, Vaughan.
Right.
So Damnit Maurie wanted to get like a message from the mayor of Vaughan to Nicolina, right? So he calls the mayor's office.
Yeah.
Maurizio Bevilacqua is his name, okay? Been mayor since 2010, actually.
Irish? I'm joking.
Close. So he's been mayor. Wonderful guy, right?
Yeah.
Super nice. I've met this guy a billion times. So nice.
Okay.
So Maury calls the office, right, to talk to the mayor and recorded the conversation. And let me tell you, Maury, Damnit Maurie of the Roz and Mocha Show, butchered this poor guy's name.
Oh, no.
The wonderful mayor of Vaughan.
Oh, no.
Maurizio Bevilacqua.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, Mayor Bevilacqua, how are you?
Well, I'm doing well. How are you?
I know that we're celebrating Nicolina, but I got to ask you this because I know that you're a fan of the Roz and Mocha Show. Have you pre-ordered Roz Weston's memoir?
The question is, will I pre-order it? Yes, I will. Interested in the story.
Mayor Bevilacqua.
Don't bring me into this, man.
Bevilacqua.
No, it's Bevilacqua. It's musical. It's Italian. It's, it's got that finesse around it. It's Bevilacqua.
Bevilacqua.
Okay, now you're going French on me.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, pause for a second. Maury, you said Bevilacqua like you say Pepe the Pew.
Right? So eventually he gets the message from the mayor to play to Nicolina.
So I have something special for you, okay?
Okay.
You are from Vaughan.
I am.
Okay, I can't say the guy's name. The mayor of Vaughan. It's a long Italian name. But he has a message for you.
Nicolina, congratulations. And, you know, what we witnessed with you at American Idol was just a perfect fusion of talent, genuine and authentic spirit. You have a great voice, great presence. You make the city of Vaughan extremely proud and this country very, very proud. Congratulations.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's so nice. Oh my God, I'm so excited to go back to Vaughan and like thank him personally too. This is just like, I'm so excited.
There you go. That is Nicolina Bozzo, American Idol. She was top 5.
Yeah.
And still, the country's behind her. Country loves her.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Canada's Got Talent live finale tonight at 8 on City TV. And Simon Cowell's going to be there, a special guest judge on the panel, joining Cardinal Official, Howie Mandel, Lily Singh, and of course, our good friend of the show, Trish Status. Trish, are you there?
Hi, yes. Hello.
It's Roz and Mocha. I'm going to do my best not to freak out right now. I know you're on the phone, so maybe just hold the phone away from your ear for the next 15 seconds while I do this, okay?
Oh, you fanboy. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
We welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show 7-time WWE Women's Champion. She's also a former hardcore champion, ranked #1 of the top 50 WWE female superstars of all time, WWE Hall of Famer and Canada's Got Talent judge, the one, the only, Trish Status!
Yes.
Well, hello. You mean me?
As you can tell, I'm a fan, Trish. So glad to have you on the show.
That was tremendous. What a way to be welcomed. Thank you so much.
Yes, you know, Mocha is a giant fan of wrestling, just in general.
Of me?
Of
Oh,
you?
of
No, of you specifically. You are his favorite. He has said it many times on the show.
Okay, good. I've heard that. I wasn't sure. To be honest, so I wanted to also give you a happy belated wish.
Oh, thank you very much.
You know, I knew your birthday was coming up, and I knew that as your favorite, I had prepared a little something. I had something I'd put together, produced it a little bit, put a lot of time and effort into it, and I was waiting to hear from you guys because I'm sure you would have contacted me in order to present that to for your birthday. But then So I wasn't contacted at all. And then I know that apparently I saw there was a Rock video. So I'm not sure whether miscommunication happened, but I thought I was your favorite, but apparently The Rock was your favorite. Or what? I'm just wondering, because not that I did put a lot of time into it, which is fine. I don't mind, because I could just use it for someone else named Mocha, but
Trish, I know. I can only imagine the amount of times in your life that you've literally watched somebody's heart and soul break in front of your eyes. But this, I'm telling you right now, it's got to be one of the best moments. This is top. This is tops of the list.
I'm just gonna sit down right now, Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
So anyway, Canada's Got Talent coming up. Trish, how are you feeling about this season? It's been pretty incredible, huh?
So much fun. It's literally the best gig. I mean, I guess it's the best gig because, Mommyhood is great. Being a wrestler was great. But right now, at this present time in my life, it is literally the best thing ever. It's so much fun. I'm enjoying it immensely.
So going into the finale, you guys had seen a lot of acts. There was a lot of talent that hit that stage. I think it was 530 something contestants audition for you guys.
And a lot of non-talent as well.
And a lot of non-talent. How are you feeling going into the finals now? Do you have sort of an odds-on favorite, someone that you think might win? And then do you also have an emotional favorite, somebody that you hope wins?
I don't know. There's something about the singing acts, right, that really just it evokes an emotion from you, and it kind of can touch someone in a certain way. And not to say the other acts don't, but I just feel there's something about the goosebump moments that come with the singing, with the song. You know what I mean? When the singers kind of really put it all out on the stage. So we have, there's Stacey K, who is just amazing. The three singers would be Stacey K, Kelly Louder, and Ginny, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah, amazing, right?
Yeah, Janique from you're talking about like goosebump moments. Janique is the one for me that gave me those goosebump moments when she touched that stage and was singing her heart out.
Yep, and then Canada saved her. So she got saved by Canada. So that was, Canada's feeling it. So I don't know. And again, it's not even up to us. Like, we're going to be there and we're going to judge, and we will be, judging maybe harshly. I don't know, because Simon Cowell is going to be sitting right beside me if everything goes according to my plan. That is.
Courtney Gilmore is an act. She is the stand-up comedian who has no hands, and she straps a microphone onto her wrist, and her act is about her disability. And it is so rare when you see somebody who is so self-aware and are able to take their life and put it into comedy. Like, I've seen a lot of comics on these shows. She may be one of the best sort of personal comedians where her act is her life. Yeah. And she may be one of the best at it that I've seen. And the response to her, what was it like sort of in the room when you saw her, one, walk out, and then two, realize that her entire act was about her having no hands?
Yeah, it was interesting because we all talked about the judges. We all said, you kind of felt like you're like, are we allowed to laugh at that? Like, you were like, oh, do we? Because, generally, and she'll say it too. She'll say people come up and they look me not in the, like they want to look only at my eyes because they don't want to be looking at my no hands. You know what I mean? And that's like what it is. And, usually I get something that I have to, I don't get eye contact often either, but that's for different reasons. Anyway. So, but they, we all felt like it was nice to be invited in, to be okay with it and know that she was okay with it. And so then we're okay with it. And it's like, it's a good thing about, accepting and accepting who you are. And I think it was a really great message. I've really enjoyed her stuff. It was a nice journey to see and then see everyone get comfortable with it and then laugh full on at it and get into it and be like, okay, let's go for this, And she's super talented and super brave. And it's been really great to watch her.
WWE Hall of Famer and Canada's Got Talent judge Trish Status joins us right now. Of course, the live finale is at 8:00 tonight on City TV. One final question for you, Trish. With the finalists now going into this episode, into the last show, have any of your other judge co-stars called a winner, like said it, maybe not out in public, but said to the room?
I think Groovement has been called out as a winner in the very beginning. I know how he called that. He said these guys are going to go viral, and he felt like they were an act. They've been bringing it. So I don't know. There's two group acts, like the dance acts, so we'll see how that goes.
I just feel for those big dance acts because that's a lot of people to split that prize money between.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, Trish Stratus, we are such big fans of yours, and thank you so much for making time for us on the Roz and Mocha Show. And again, friendly reminder, Canada's Got Talent, the live finale is tonight at 8:00 on City TV. Simon Cowell is going to be joining the judges table as well. Trish, once again, we love you so much, and thank you for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show.
No, we appreciate the support. We love you guys, and I look forward to speaking to you guys again soon.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, Scott. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how are you?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So why don't you tell everyone why you're reaching out to us?
What do you do when your neighbor's trying to help but is actually messing things up?
Oh, what do you do when your neighbor's trying to help but is actually messing things up? You wrote this, Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. Much like the two of you, I love taking care of my lawn. I got a small front lawn, which is partially shared by my elderly neighbor. He's super nice, but he loves to, quote, help out by cutting my lawn for me. But he cuts it way too short, quite often burning it. I don't know if I should bring it up to him because I know he's just trying to help and doing me a favor. What do I do? Oh, it's a tough one, huh?
Mm-hmm. Do you mow his lawn as well?
No.
Oh, okay. So he's only ever mowed your lawn?
Yes, exactly.
And how long has this been going on for?
Since we moved in about 4 years ago.
So wow. I'm guessing he did this for the people who lived there before you as well.
I'm guessing so, probably.
It's sort of his thing. He probably has, that he just wants it all uniform. That's probably his thing, right? Like he doesn't want you to have a different strategy for your part of the lawn than he has for his part of the lawn, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I mean, is he does he do this because he feels that it's a necessary evil and he hates it, or is he doing this because he thinks that it looks great? Like, is he taking pride in his work, or is he like, ugh, got to go cut the lawn, chop it down as low as it'll go, so I don't have to do it again in 2 days. Maybe I can do it again in a week.
No, he's very proud of it. Like if I come out after work and I see him, he'll just be like, oh, I did your lawn for you. And I'll just be like, oh, thank you very much.
Have you ever said to him, like, you know what, don't worry about it?
I do, and he just said, no. Like, he shuts it down immediately. And I've tried saying to him before, like, hey, you know what, I'm trying a new chemical on it. I want to try to grow. Don't worry about it. And he's like, okay, no problem. And then he'll do it again next week.
Okay. Yeah, you have to put up a wall. I don't know what else you do, right? Like, what do you do to get an old guy to stop mowing the lawn? I think that the conversation needs to be a little bit more on the nose as opposed to, hey, would you mind? I think that you need to, just sort of say, hey, listen, man, this is my first lawn. And, I've been dreaming of mowing my lawn for a very long time. And I actually find it relaxing. Like, it's really super zen for me. And I sort of need this. And I love that you want to help and everything else. And I appreciate it. But I need this for me. Like, I just need to get out there and do stuff. Like, I need to get out with my hands and, get in there and do my thing. So I really appreciate it. You can mow yours, but leave mine for me because that's my joy.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's a tough conversation to have with an old guy, though. Like, what if the problem is not that he's mowing your lawn a lot, but what if the problem is that he doesn't just like retain information or conversations?
Oh no!
Right. Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms.
Oh,
yeah.
No. And then like the following week he's back at it again. Poor guy.
Yeah, right. Like maybe that's the case.
Yeah, I really don't know. I mean. I'll just have to try to have a conversation with him and maybe try to frame it up like that.
Does his grass burn as well? Because he mows.
Of course.
Why is the grass burning
so low?
It's like most lawnmowers have like a 1 to 5 height scale. His is definitely on the 1. Like you might as well be using a flamethrower to cut it.
But why is it? What's burning the lawn?
I guess just how close the blade is to the actual like ground.
Oh, okay. I understand. It appears like it's burned. Right? Because he just strips away at everything.
How often are you watering it?
I try to water it like every other day.
For how long?
Maybe 20 minutes.
It's not burning it. Like what he's doing is he's just cutting the basically the crown off. Like if you pull grass out of the ground and you get that whole root that comes out, right? If you cut off all the green, the base of it is white, right? And then so what that's what you're seeing is that he's just cut the crown off everything. But that eventually will, like my grass, not that I want to talk about my lawn. I cut my lawn. My lawn is like super, super, super green. And the last time I mowed at a 1/2 inch.
Oh, wow. That's super short.
Right? Wow.
That's almost like fake turf.
It is almost like fake turf.
Right?
Yeah. I mowed at a 1/2 inch because once you start scalping, that grass starts to get greener far closer down to the ground. Right. And then so that's for me, I like it short. Right. Some guys like it long.
Yeah.
I like it short. I think that it feels better on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't like stepping on it when it's long. Right? I much prefer to have it the cushioniness of it when it's nice and short under my feet. That's what I find comfortable. But that's just me. I know all guys are different. Right? Can't complain, but your grass will be fine. You just grass needs it needs an inch of water a week, and the best way to do that is to just take an empty tuna can and put an empty tuna can on the lawn, and when whatever sprinkler you're using, when that tuna can fills up, that's when your lawn has enough water.
Oh, okay, that's a good reference point.
Yeah.
There you go, Scott.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your help, guys.
All right, brother. Man. You take care, man. Thanks for reaching out.
Yeah, you too.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
I always like to know the following day from you, Roz.
Yes.
What it is you ate for dinner the previous night.
Okay, interesting that you ask. Okay, so thank you, by the way. I screwed myself yesterday. I really stepped in it. I messed it all up. You know me, I eat once a day, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't have to do the TV show yesterday. I didn't have to go to ET Canada yesterday.
Yeah.
And so I got home, like when I had this, like after we did this show, I had a couple errands to run and everything else. And then I went home and I go to the fridge and it's Mondays are like leftover days where I've made all this stuff over the weekend. And then it's all sitting in cartons and bags and Tupperware and everything else in the fridge.
Sure.
And then I'm like, what can I do with this so I don't have to throw it away? So I went home yesterday and I decided to make myself something to eat. And so I made myself something to eat at like noon, right? And it was just, I made 2 eggs. I had leftover potatoes and tomatoes and a half a piece of chicken and 1 little Korean beef short rib. And I just put it all on one plate and,
I've done that before,
and ate it with toast.
Yeah.
And that was all I had.
For the entire day?
Yeah.
I mean, I could see
I didn't get hungry at all in the
potato
evening.
and the chicken. And actually, the short rib.
Yeah,
I think would have.
It was one little one. It was one little one.
Okay.
It was one little
still
one.
The potato
and I messed up. And
so you didn't even eat dinner?
No.
So the last time you ate then is 12 o'clock yesterday afternoon.
Yes.
But so what happened at dinner time? Like, did you still cook for the family?
Yeah, they had dinner. I didn't.
But you didn't get hungry at all, even
No.
while you're making food for your family.
Not really. Not really. And
And
I was
even-
really,
like a
I was
bag of stuff?
pissed about it. I was pissed about
And
it too.
even as late as you go to bed,
Yeah.
usually like between 10 and 11.
10:30 last night.
Okay, so 10:30.
Yeah.
But even as you're approaching
Yeah.
your sleep time, your
Thank you.
bedtime,
Yeah.
you weren't getting hungry at all?
Nope.
You
You don't
feel
have
the-
like a bag of prunes by the sink like we
A
do?
bag of prunes by the sink. I can't imagine a more. I don't know if I would ever eat again. If I was hungry and somebody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, go to the bag of prunes by the sink."
Matthew has a big bag of prunes in the
where
kitchen.
that's where you keep a rag, not food.
Yeah, there's a big bag of prunes and a big bag of apricots.
He
by the
doesn't
sink.
live at like a Chartwell retirement home.
Thank you.
Bro. Come on, man.
What do you do? How often are you dipping into the
He
bag
has
of
8
prunes?
prunes a day.
8. Yo, that man is regular.
I don't know what the recommended. What's your recommended prune
8
intake?
prunes a day.
Is that the recommended prune intake? Is 8 prunes a day?
He read something that prunes are like it'll help you go. So he
Well, yeah,
bought
it
like
does.
a $15 bag of
don't
prunes.
throw that out there like it's some new thing that only Matthew knows of. Okay, it's like shh, don't tell anyone.
It was in a magazine.
That's what I just found out.
It's like that's what you babies. Okay,
so he spent $18 on this massive bag of pitted
18
prunes.
bucks?
On a
I
massive
don't think in
bag
our
of-
lifetime that we've ever spent $18 on prunes.
How many? In order, if you're spending $18 on, how many prunes do you get for? Like, how big is this
It's like
bag?
this big family. It says family size.
Family size. First of all, I would
family bag of prunes.
My God, if that, I would emancipate myself from that family so
Yeah.
bloody fast.
Did you guys get it at Costco? Had to have been.
No, it was President's Choice. It's President's Choice prunes.
No, I would divorce
PC
my
prunes.
parents. I would divorce my parents. Emancipation. If they came home and they were like, "Hey guys, look, family size prunes,"
And I wanted to have one prune. He's like, "Oh no, those are my prunes."
you couldn't even have one
He
prune.
wouldn't share the prunes.
No,
But
so-
that defeats the whole purpose of family size. That means
Yeah.
like, you're not part of his family.
Thank you.
I know, but he doesn't want me to take away from his 8 a day.
Wow, that's rude too. When you buy something that says family size, clearly family size on the bag, and you bring it home and you don't share, right? That's like
That's what love looks like.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, have you watched the trailer for Bros yet? So Bros is it's the new Billy Eichner movie. I put the trailer in there for you. So Bros, what makes Bros special is Bros is the first, if you can believe this, it's the first major studio rom-com to feature 2 men falling in love with a majority all gay cast.
Oh,
right?
really?
So when you watch the trailer, like it's cut just like any of the rom-coms you would see, the Matthew McConaughey's, the whatever, but it's Billy Eichner. And it's about him and sort of his journey to find love with, obviously a man. But they go really hard on the nose that they're trying to make a gay rom-com that straight people would enjoy. So the trailer starts off like that, and then it spirals.
Really?
Yeah, so here, play a little bit of the trailer.
So these big movie producers came to me and said, "We want you to write a rom-com about a gay couple." Something a straight guy might even like and watch with his girlfriend.
Gay guys are my jam.
Awesome. Something a straight guy might like? Am I going to be in the middle of some high-speed chase, then all of a sudden fall in love with Ice Cube? Am I going to get by Jason Momoa while we're both worrying about a volcano? They said, we just want a movie that shows the world that gay relationships and straight relationships are the same. Love is love is love. And I said, love is love is love. No, it's not. That is bull. Our relationships are different.
This is Bisexual Awareness Week, and no one has acknowledged it. Lesbian History Month was in March. Nobody said a thing. Of course, lesbians get a month and we get a week.
I don't want any Hollywood bull. No scenes where two guys are about to hook up and all of a sudden the camera conveniently pulls away.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna go. It was nice meeting you. Yeah, you too. It was lovely.
Oh my God. Gay sex was more fun when straight people were uncomfortable with it.
Wow.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not the right person to write a rom-com anyway.
Oh my God, do you guys remember Straight People?
Yeah, they had a nice run.
Is this written by Billy
Billy
Eichner?
Eichner, he co-wrote it.
Okay, the writing on it's brilliant.
Maury, what did you
Good
think
for
of
him.
this?
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Right?
It stars Bowen Yang from SNL and Luke
Yeah.
McFarlane, who people would know as well.
Yeah, but the trailer, very not safe for work, right?
Yeah.
It's like a Red Band trailer, but very not safe for work.
Oh,
but
I watched it at work.
You know
Okay.
what he means.
Yeah, this on the list of things that you shouldn't have watched at work, Maury, I'm guessing is still pretty low. Still
That's
pretty
probably
low.
the most tame.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is.
Got a problem you can't fix.
Roz and Mocha got you.
Sarah, it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hi there. I feel like the damn cat is trying to break up my boyfriend and I.
Wow. Yeah, okay, you wrote us this. Hey, Razamoka, fix my life. My daughter and I are moving in with my boyfriend and his daughter after 3 years together, and everything is good except one thing, that damn cat. Their cat hisses and attacks me at every opportunity, so my daughter dislikes the cat. Because the daughter knows that the cat doesn't like you. You ask, how can we get this cat more used to our presence? The cat belongs to my boyfriend's daughter, so getting rid of it wouldn't be the solution, and I would never want to do that anyway. Good. You don't want to throw the cat away. So at least we got that. That's not an option. That's not on the table here.
But you guys have been like hanging out at the house since
Right.
like forever, right?
3 years, yeah. And we're there at least once or twice a week. So it's not like the cat should not be, I guess. The cat should be used to us by now.
Okay, so really not that much time, though.
I guess, yeah.
Do you sleep over?
I do sometimes. My daughter doesn't, but yeah.
Okay. So you have to, like, the cat's got to just get used to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like some cats are just wild with it, just don't like certain people, and that's just something you're gonna have to maybe live with. But do you play with the cat?
I try to.
Well, how do you play with the cat?
She has certain toys. She likes this laser pointer thing that she chases. She has certain cat toys. I try feeding her treats. We've tried a lot of different things that don't seem to be helping.
Is the cat aggressive just with you or with you and your daughter?
She hisses at my daughter, but she's never attacked my daughter. For me, she's attacked me to the point where it drew blood.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Listen, my cats do that daily.
Cat is jealous.
Yeah. So I think that you need to get a toy that you can play with that's not a laser pointer, because the cat doesn't know you're working the laser pointer.
Right.
Okay?
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to get one of those things. It's like a stick. It looks like a fishing rod, where it's a stick
Oh,
and then it has a
I've seen those,
rope,
yeah.
and on the end of it, there's like a feather thing. It looks like a fishing lure, only without the hook in it.
Yeah.
You got to you got to get one of those, and you got to sit and you got to play with the cat, and you got to play with the cat often. The other thing that I would suggest is you or your daughter should be the only ones moving forward for a little while anyway that feed the cat.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, good one.
And make sure make sure don't give it enough. Like, don't overload the cat dish. Okay. Make sure the cat runs out of food, and when the cat goes squawking around, okay, you're going to be the one that gets up and gets the food and puts it in the bowl. Okay, and then eventually, hopefully, the cat starts coming to you when the cat is hungry, and then
Build that
they
trust.
know, and then you sort of build that trust. And then the other thing is, like, just hang out with the cat. Like, when the cat is doing things where the cat feels vulnerable, right? Like, if you see the cat sleeping close to you, don't like start rubbing the cat, right? Because cats feel vulnerable when they're sleeping. So just sort of like just you can sort of sit beside the cat. You can do all this stuff, but don't like disturb the cat. And then eventually, hopefully, you sort of build these routines, but it may not work. Like you may not, be sleeping together and cuddling together at some point. But listen, cats get used to anything. We introduced another cat into the house recently, and it was hell on earth for like a little while. Like it was, oh my God, it's madness. It's madness. And then after a while, cats are like, oh God, I'm so sick of you. And eventually, you may not, and the cat may not become best friends. I think that maybe the most you can hope for is that the cat just starts to be comfortable with your presence and just willfully ignores you.
Yeah. Just tolerates you. Being in the house.
Exactly. That's the word.
You mentioned like playing, with the toys or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Would you recommend, Roz, that, because you're the cat person, I'm not, like, should Sarah get like a toy that only Sarah and her daughter play with the cat with?
No, I think that anybody can do it, but I just think that you're the one, Sarah, that needs to play with the cat.
Right. Okay.
Right? Like I think that the cat needs to sort of come to you for fun and come to you for food, and then eventually the cat may come to you because you got warm thighs and it wants a nap.
Yeah.
Right.
And then turn around and ignore you for the rest of the night.
Yes. Yeah. Like, okay. Like,
I'm totally fine with that.
like we have like one of our cats, okay, just does not like being like held, does not like, he didn't like any of that stuff. Like you would pick him up and he'd squirm out of your, like all this stuff. And I'd always try and put him on my lap and he'd jump off my lap, everything else. But when I went to bed, every single time I went to bed, that little bugger runs down the stairs behind me, jumps on the bed, lays across my feet and sleeps there until I wake up in the morning.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So like cats do things on their terms, right? And that's what he enjoyed. He would bond with me and cuddle with me on my feet, like when we were sleeping. But during the day on the couch, if I grabbed him, he'd like punch me in the face.
He likes what he likes.
Everything has to be on the cat's terms.
Yes.
It has to be on their terms or it won't work.
You will learn to live together.
There you go. Does that help,
Yeah.
Sarah?
Yeah, that really helps. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. No worries. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
All right, here we go.
All right, Mocha, you ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Billboard Music Awards last night and the Juno Music Awards last night. First, we'll start with Diddy at the Billboard Music Awards making a joke about the Will Smith Oscars slap.
If you feeling a little bit froggy tonight, don't feel froggy, but if you are feeling a little bit froggy and you decide to jump on this stage here tonight, I do suggest you have your affairs in order.
Okay, so that's how Diddy would take care of business. Simu Liu over at the Juno Awards was actually encouraging somebody to come up on stage and slap him.
Now, we are broadcasting live nationwide at Budweiser Stage, so if anyone has ever wanted to go viral, like around the world, now's your chance. Come on. The floor is open. Have at her. No one? Avril? Shawn? Any takers? Front row? Nobody wants to slap me. Okay, hey, sure.
Nah, man. I know underneath that suit, you're rocking them 10 rings, bro. I've seen the damage to 10 rings, too.
Yep.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kourtney Kardashian reportedly married Travis Barker over the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, according to People magazine. Super small ceremony in Santa Barbara.
Only a couple thousand?
No, with a few close friends, they said.
Really?
In attendance. However, People magazine is reporting that they intend to have a much larger wedding ceremony in Italy.
Oh, for the TV show, probably.
I guess. And are Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox already married? And are they already expecting a kid together? So Machine Gun Kelly at the Billboard Awards last night says he dedicates, I guess they let him do 2 songs?
No, it was one song, just really long.
Oh, I got you. Thank you. So Machine Gun Kelly starts off by dedicating the song Twin Flame to his wife. Listen to this.
I wrote this song for my wife. It's been 6 days since the last time I saw your face and you asked my sign. I told you mine.
Okay. And then at another... God, listen, bro. Okay.
I don't even know.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Stop bobbing your head like you like the song, Maury.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Last night was the first time you heard this guy sing.
You like this song, Deepa?
No, it's horrible.
Okay.
It's
I know, but he's
oh my
cute.
God.
Okay, so then
You're attracted to him?
Very.
Really, huh?
Oh, why?
Interesting.
Tattoos, I bet, right?
Interesting.
Mocha knows me very well.
Yeah, tattoos.
It's the not showering part.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody with narrow hips and a neck tattoo, like Maury is like. Okay, and then later on in the song, MGK says this.
And this is for our unborn child.
And this is for our unborn child.
Oh, is that what he said off the beginning?
Yeah.
And this is for our unborn child.
And this is for our unborn child. Now, do you take that as Megan Fox is pregnant, or do you take, and this is for our unborn child, as they
like one day?
One day.
That's how I take it.
You take
I don't
it
think
that
she's
way.
pregnant.
Oh, no, I take it as pregnant.
You do.
Unborn means like it's in there.
Well, yeah, but also it could mean future, though,
Then
right?
he would say this is for our future kid.
Okay, it's Machine Gun Kelly, okay?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Damnit Maurie at the Junos red carpet last night, talking to all the stars who showed up. Who are we going to hear from here, Moore?
Oh gosh, we're gonna hear from
Maury
Walk
doesn't
Off
even- You
the
have no
Earth.
list, do you?
No, of course
Okay.
not.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Jeez,
It's how you spend your Sunday.
Yeah.
And,
Come prepared. All right.
Okay, 347 Aiden, you had a song blow up on TikTok,
There
but
we
what
go.
is one word you will never put into one of your songs? How about you?
I would probably not put moist in a song.
Oh, really? Okay. Now for all of us, sing the word moist for us.
I'm at the Junos Choice, and I'm feeling moist.
Max from the Arcals, we love you, dude. Okay, what is one word you will never put into one of your songs?
Moist. Yeah, we like the band, but we're not going to use it.
Okay, now sing the word moist for me.
We're getting moist tonight. We're getting moist tonight.
See, I got to ask you this. So we're on the Junos red carpet. Want to find out from you, what is one word you will never use in one of your songs?
One word I will never use? Probably orange. I think that Kanye is the only one that's able to like rhyme something with orange. So yeah, I think I wouldn't say orange.
Because my next thing was going to be, okay, sing the word orange then for me.
No, orange.
Oh, wow. All right, now joining us, JP Sachs on the Junos red carpet. Dude, how are you?
I feel amazing.
What is one word you will never put in one of your songs?
You know what I will never do? I will never use the word JP in a song.
Just one time for me, sing the word JP.
JP.
With Walk Off the Earth. Love you guys. Okay, gotta ask you this. What is one word you will never put in one of your songs?
Secretions.
Oh, amazing. Okay, now sing that word back to me. Joining us now, Baby No Money. How are you, dude? Okay, gotta ask you this. What is one word that you will never put in one of your songs?
Expedite.
Expedite? Okay.
Yeah, I haven't used that yet. Gonna use it probably in the next song at this point.
Okay, so sing the word expedite back to me now.
I got a lot of money in my bank. Your shit gonna expedite. I feel like I got tots in my pocket. Yeah, I feel like Napoleon Dynamite.
Wow. Wow.
At least he tried his best to rhyme it.
Yeah, the rappers got it tough in that game, huh? You know what I mean? You can't just all the singers get to sing one word. That guy had to come up with 25 words.
But props
and a Napoleon Dynamite reference.
But props to Max from Arkells. Yeah, I think he probably did the best example. Gave the best example.
We're getting moist tonight. We're getting moist tonight.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Man, our friends down the road in Buffalo had a rough weekend, man. Our hearts go out to you. We'll get to everything that went down, but Bieber played Buffalo on Saturday after the mass shooting at that grocery store and asked for a moment of silence during his show.
As we know, there's been tragedy in the city, but what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna honor those people, and I would love if we could just take a moment of silence. That would mean a lot to me. So we can start right now.
Oh, man.
So the gunman who was 18 was known to the FBI because I guess something he had previously written in high school and was forced into some sort of therapy. So they knew who he was, but that still didn't stop him, white kid, 18, from buying like an AR-15 and driving hours away from where he lives to go to a neighborhood that he researched, and it was a neighborhood that was a predominantly black neighborhood, and then went in and 10 people are dead in the grocery store. I think 13 people shot in total. The cops didn't kill him because I guess at one point he put the gun down and then got down on his knees and they grabbed him, but it always seems that when the white guys start shooting, the cops don't. And he wrote a manifesto and he live streamed the whole thing on Twitch.
What?
Yeah. So I guess he had like a helmet cam on and he live streamed the whole thing. And Twitch had said that they managed to pull, the stream down within the first 2 minutes that it was up, and very few people had actually watched the live stream.
Still, 2 minutes is a long time.
But what they're saying now is that it should never have been 2 minutes. It should have been 2 seconds. And how does this thing stay up there for 2 minutes? So here is New York Governor Kathy Hochul.
We don't know whether there's other people who are now going to be inspired, which is exactly what this cruel, depraved person intended. If you read the manifesto, he intended to make sure that other people would see what happened in real time here so they would consider other acts as well. That's what has to shut down right now. Now listen to the FBI hearing that there is now a website, the Buffalo shooting, and that just sort of struck me. Now we're known as the place of the Buffalo shooting. We are so much more than that. This state is magnificent, but this is my hometown. People know I know this neighborhood. This is my community. These are my friends. So we will be known perhaps temporarily as the place of the Buffalo shooting, but I want our place in history to be the place of the last mass shooting in this country. And working together, we will achieve that.
Oh, my heart.
Hey, Shem, did you see this video of this white kid show up at that family's house with the whip?
With the whip?
Yeah.
I sure did.
What? Okay, so...
This is another story now?
This is a whole other story. So down in Texas, there's this 9-year-old kid, okay, and it's on Ring Cam. Like, you see it on Ring Cam.
Yeah.
And I guess he had beef with this little girl, black girl, who lived at this house. Don't know what happened. Doesn't matter. But he goes home and then he comes back and he starts pounding on this little girl's door, right? And so you're going to hear in this clip that he like pounds on the door and then he starts whipping the door with this whip. And then the mom, so the black family that lives there, Dee and Carissa Nash, right? And then the mom comes out and cusses him out and tells the kid to leave. So here's the kid knocking on the door. Whip. Whip.
Little boy, you better get your ass from off my porch beating on my door like this. I will call the police. You need to leave. Don't you ever beat on my goddamn door like that. Go. Okay.
And then, so I guess when the kid was leaving, he scratched their car.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
And at first you're like the kid is like he's a little kid. And at first you're like, how did he get a whip? What is he doing? All this, like your head goes to just the worst places. But because it's a 9-year-old kid, for one quick second, you're like, you want to give the 9-year-old kid the benefit of the doubt. And then you're like, no, that's the wrong thing to do. This kid was raised by awful people, awful racist people. There's just no other explanation for it, right? There's no other explanation for it. So then because the kid scratched the car, Dee and Carissa go to this kid's house to talk to the dad to say, hey, listen, your kid came to our house with a whip. And when he was leaving, he scratched the car. So they go and try and be civil to talk to this white kid's dad. So here's how that went down.
Your son never touched your car.
We
you got
have
a video that he touched your car?
The neighbor does across the street.
You got video?
Come over here.
Not really. We have it on video. All right, get off my property. Seriously, get off my property. Well, that's it. Because you ain't coming over here talking nicely. You're accusing my son. I'm showing you the video.
We're showing you the video.
The door. You ain't showing me the video of me scratching your car. Get off my plan. That's my vine. Get off my plan.
Baby, get off the vine.
I ain't even gonna go there.
Okay, stop it here. Now, the thing that you don't hear in this clip is that when the white dad came out, he had a handgun.
No, he did not.
Okay, yeah. So the black dad, So the black dad starts walking down the driveway about to leave, and then the white dad starts flexing, saying, whatever. And so the white dad then puts the gun down on the ground. Okay, and then the black dad starts walking back up, and the white dad reaches down to grab the gun, and the gun goes off.
No,
nobody got hurt,
Thank
but
God.
the gun goes off. So listen. So here's the rest of the conversation.
All right, man.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
You owe me a plant if
I don't owe you. I bet you want to bring your.
Can you please stop, sir? All we want to do is just talk to you civil.
That's the problem. You and your kids want to play victim. Your son came over here.
Y'all are so violent.
Your son came over here.
Baby, please,
Your
no.
son came over here with a whip. Bring his ass over here again.
Please. You have a gun. Can you please stop, sir? Get back. Oh, my God.
Right? Okay. Yeah.
What
Thank
the
you.
hell is happening in this
So
world?
They called the cops. The dad, Brian Thomas Brunson, the white dad, was arrested and booked for deadly conduct, which became a felony because I guess the gun went off sort of back into his own house, and almost like his daughter and the 9-year-old son were there. So it's a whole thing. And the 9-year-old, because I know a lot of people like you should charge the 9-year-old. In Texas, you have to be 10 in order to be charged with any crime. So he's 9, so he can't be charged with any crime. Shem?
Yeah, look, that case is insane. The Buffalo shooting is also is really tough. My sister's fiance is from Buffalo, and he's black. And the first thing we did was call just to make sure that he was okay.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that makes me the most sad is when you read the details. Allegedly, all this is allegedly, of course, in the case, is that, like, as you said, he deliberately sought out a neighborhood where there was too many people that look like people like myself, and wanted to get rid of us, right? And that to me is just to have that sort of level of hate, right? And that level of anger to drive across 3 hours to decide there's too many of those black people. Let me go get rid of a few of them. It's sad is not really the word, but it's tough.
The interesting thing with all of this is when you look at the Buffalo situation, right? You start thinking, how does somebody become that, right? Like, how does somebody become that? And then you look at the Texas thing with that 9-year-old kid,
and you see,
and you're like, that's how somebody becomes that, right? And it's crazy. It was like a full circle thing where you're asking all those questions that we always ask. How does somebody become that at 18? How do you have that much hate where you plan it out and you drive and you do everything else? Like, what happened in your life? And then you look at the kid in Texas who shows up to a black kid's house with a whip,
a 9-year-old,
right? A 9-year-old, and you're like, oh, that's how it happens, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Toronto Maple Leaf star Mitch Marner was carjacked yesterday.
Oh, that sucks.
Jesus. I guess they were out at the movie theater on Queensway. In a tweet, Toronto police said the carjacking occurred at Queensway and Islington around 7:46. Officers say that the man who we now know as Mitch Marner was robbed of a black Range Rover. Police say 3 suspects, 2 with handguns, 1 with a knife.
Oh.
Although one of the reports said that the guns weren't actually at any time pointed at Mitch Marner, but they clearly had them. And yeah, like I don't even know that he was even in the car yet. I think that they just walked up to him in the parking lot.
Really?
Like, I think that that's what it was. I think that they were just waiting.
As he was approaching the car?
Yeah, I think that that's
poor
what happened.
guy.
I think that they were waiting for him, and then he
But
walked
did they
out
know?
of
They
the...
didn't know it was him, though.
No. I guess not.
They did say, the report said they had no idea.
Yeah. Like they weren't like, "Hey, Mitch, give us your car," kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing, right? Like I don't think he was followed there or anything like that. But yeah, that's crazy. God, that's so
Poor
scary.
guy.
The
I know.
idea. Jesus, man.
But you got to do it, right? What are you going to do?
You just hand it over. Like you just give him your keys, right?
Yeah.
Like isn't that what you do? Like
Yeah.
you just hand over.
Here you go.
Hand over the keys.
This is why I drive a Yaris.
Yeah, nobody wants your Yaris more. Yeah, God. So that's
scary.
tough. And then he went to the police station, filed a report, everything else. But yeah, carjackings, huh? Jesus, man.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Neil Patrick Harris is apologizing for the controversy surrounding a resurfaced photo of a party platter he and his husband once served at a 2011 Halloween party that was styled to look like the decaying corpse of Amy Winehouse.
Oh, what?
Okay, so
I never heard about this before.
So so it was a Halloween party, and the house was all decorated, and there was a big sort of table display that had like a fake body on it, kind of thing, and then there was a sign that read "The Corpse of Amy Winehouse," and then the sign that accompanied that included what all was in the corpse of Amy Winehouse, which was beef ribs, pulled pork, chicken sausage, and spicy barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Okay. So this photo then resurfaced
Mm-hmm.
and started going crazy over the last couple of days. One, I mean, you know, depending, you may have a dark sense of humor, everything else, you know, time has passed, you can understand. But the difference was this happened in October 2011. Amy Winehouse had just died July 2011.
Oh, yeah.
So Amy Winehouse
man.
had just passed away from alcohol poisoning. And then finally, Neil Patrick Harris has released a statement. He says that a photo recently resurfaced from a Halloween-themed party my husband and I hosted 11 years ago. It was regrettable then, and it remains regrettable now. Amy Winehouse was a once-in-a-generation talent, and I'm sorry for any hurt that image caused.
Yeah. Read to me. Okay. Not forget that it's a Amy Winehouse.
Okay. Yes.
Decaying corpse, right?
Yes.
Can you just read to me what?
Yes. What was in it?
on that platter again?
Okay. Beef ribs, pulled pork,
chicken
sausage, and a spicy barbecue sauce.
So delicious, though.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. It's wrong. It's disrespectful.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I agree with that.
Yes.
But the contents.
Right.
Delicious as hell.
Was a little further down the body where the dessert was ladyfingers?
That I don't know more. I'm unclear.
Oh,
about
that was too far.
So we apologize for that. What are you going to do?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Amber Heard on the stand yesterday. So this is the deal was that the accusation was Amber Heard wanted Johnny Depp's money in the divorce. And what it came down to was the divorce settlement was $7 million. And Amber Heard didn't want to be labeled as somebody who was just in it for the money. So she had said that she would donate the $7 million to, I think it was the ACLU and a children's hospital in Los Angeles, split down the middle. And she claims that, yes, she has donated the money. However, both the ACLU and the Children's Hospital deny that they've received the full funds, and then the accusation becomes that Amber Heard pocketed the money. So this is the exchange during cross-examination. So this is Johnny Depp's lawyer trying to get Amber Heard to testify that she has not paid the $7 million to those two charities.
So in this October 2018 interview, you said that you had, quote, donated, end quote, your entire divorce settlement to charity, right? That's correct. And in fact, your exact words were, quote, $7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote.
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it, right then.
And you say this because you, quote, wanted nothing, end quote.
That is correct.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the settlement, $7 million to charity, and I intend to fulfill those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question. Please,
what was
try to answer my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
But I don't. Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question.
Damn.
As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
Oh, damn. Just demolished.
So much of this trial, like, and when you look at all trials, because we're so used to watching trials on movies and in television, you know, we sort of think we know what goes on in a trial, and we don't, because when you actually watch a trial, it's long and they're boring and they repeat themselves, and it's frustrating if you're not used to that, because you're like, this is nothing like television or movies. Like, we're all experts. We're like screaming at the television, ask this, and they never do.
It's not
right?
fast-paced.
Yeah, this
dramatic.
This exchange was exactly like a scene out of a movie,
Yeah,
though,
it really
right?
was. That was not my question.
Yeah. You may look at them synonymously, but I do not. Amber Heard's role in Aquaman 2 had been cut down. This was reported a couple of weeks ago to less than 10 minutes. And Amber Heard on the stand yesterday talking about exactly that, how they cut her role down. She also said on the stand when asked that, what do you think Amber Heard got for Aquaman 2 as far as money goes? Or sorry, Aquaman, what do you think she made for the first Aquaman?
Oh, like $1 million.
$1 million.
Yeah.
Maury, what do you think Amber Heard made for Aquaman?
I was going to say 800,000.
Deepa?
1.5 mil.
Shem?
I'm going to go 450,000.
450,000.
Wow.
$1 million.
Yeah.
But that was
Ooh.
only because she had done Justice League first. So I guess it was around like $500,000 for Justice
Is it wrong
League.
to say that seems low?
No.
Well, given that the movies make $1 billion, yeah, you would say it seems you could think that it seems low, but that's what actors get paid.
No, but I think
unless you're
I think for the first one,
yeah,
because prior to Justice League, even I had never heard of Amber Heard. Right, and then a little bit more screen time in Aquaman 1. That went on to be a super blockbuster.
Yeah,
$1 million makes sense. I think for Aquaman 2, they would have upped it for sure to like 5. I don't even know if they said
lower.
Oh,
Probably
5's a
2.
lot, yeah.
Probably
Oh,
2.
2 million?
Maybe
Okay.
2. Maybe 2. So this is Amber Heard talking about and confirming the reports that her character in Aquaman 2 has been drastically reduced. Listen to this.
Have you participated in Aquaman 2?
I have.
And tell us about that.
I had to fight I fought really hard to stay in the movie. They didn't want to include me in the film.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Were you ultimately able to get to film in Aquaman 2?
A very pared down version of that role, yes.
Okay. What, if anything, changed in the script?
They took away a lot of...
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
I think she can tell.
Lack of foundation.
Overruled as the script.
Overruled.
Go ahead.
I was given a script and then given new versions of the script that had taken away scenes that had action in it, that depicted my character and another character, without giving any spoilers away. You know, they're two characters fighting with one another, and
spoiler alert right there.
They basically took a bunch out of my role. They didn't. Yeah, they just removed a bunch.
Wow. So there you go.
Huge spoilers.
Down to 10, right? Who's she fighting? What's going on? Spoiler alert.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's more Tim Biebs on the way.
What?
Yes, Deepa. Yes, Maury.
Oh, my God.
Tim Hortons rolling out the next phase of their collaboration with Bieber. So new flavors of Tim Biebs. So that's coming at you. And then they also got Biebs Brew.
Which is what?
Which is a French vanilla flavored cold coffee. Inspired by Justin Bieber's, quote, slight sweet tooth and love of vanilla flavor in his coffee.
That's too much sweet for me.
That's too much sweet for you.
No, I can't have that.
Yeah?
No. I can't. That's like, I love sweets,
Yeah.
but I got to regulate my sweets. Diabetes runs in my family.
Yeah.
If I had one sip,
Can't.
immediately diabetes has entered the chat.
Yeah, I can't
Being
do
like,
it.
What's
Want
up?
to know the 3 new flavors
Oh,
of Tim Biebs?
yes, please.
Chocolate white fudge.
Okay.
Sour cream chocolate chip.
Okay.
And birthday cake waffle.
Those are all the same from
Yeah.
the last
those
time.
are the same ones.
Then they're masking it as, because it just says the 3 new Tim Biebs flavors.
What?
No.
That's
those
exactly
are,
what we got the last
Yeah.
time. though.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say that
And
sounds
even when
delicious. And the reason I said that was because I know they are delicious.
But when we tried them the first round, right?
Yeah.
Did we not all say that they were just renamed existing Timbits?
All, in my opinion, all
Right?
Timbits
Didn't we all
sort
say
of
that?
taste the same.
Yes.
The only ones that don't taste the same is if you have a chocolate Timbit with the glaze on it, and then immediately after you eat the vanilla Timbit with the glaze on it. Those are the only two that taste different because you can really hit that chocolate, right?
That's right, man. Racial harmony.
That's the way to do it, Shem. That's the way to do it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
McDonald's is exiting Russia after more than 30 years. So this, of course, is due to the crisis in Ukraine and Russia invading. And they're selling off all their, I guess, temporarily is the wording that they've used. But I can't see them making a huge comeback anytime soon. The company expects to record a non-cash charge of $1.4 billion for the sale of the more than 840 McDonald's restaurants. McDonald's last year made 9% of their profits, or $2 billion in revenue from Russia and Ukraine. And it was 1990 when they opened up their first McDonald's. It's sort of like a kiosk stand, just not too far from Red Square. And the day they opened, 5,000 people lined up to get a McDonald's burger because nobody ever knew. This was like
heard about it.
This was America, USA. This was like one of the first times America made its way into Moscow. So 5,000 people showed up, but no more McDonald's in Russia.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
According to People magazine, Ric Flair is ready to say farewell again. Ric Flair, pro wrestling legend, 73 years old. Woo! He says on social media, the rumors are true. I'm going to walk that aisle, style and profile one last time. The match is set to take place July 31st.
Not with the WWE, though.
Oh, you just wait.
Who's it with?
July 31st.
Yeah.
At the Nashville Fairgrounds in Tennessee. No opponent named.
Oh.
So the last match that Ric Flair had was September 2011 with Impact Wrestling, and his last WWE match was 2008 at a WrestleMania with Shawn Michaels.
Oh, that was the I Love You one, right?
So Ric Flair
I
coming
Love
back.
You, I'm sorry. You remember that, Shem?
Oh, yeah. And also, there's a rumor of who he's going to fight, by the way.
Who's that?
Another WWE Hall of Fame legend, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Really?
Who's 69 years old, by the way.
Wow. A 69-year-old and a 73-year-old.
Yeah.
Don't let him do you like that, Rick. That can't be the end of the legacy. Like that last match. I don't know if you remember. When he fought Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels won, by the way. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
And you see the clip on YouTube.
Yeah.
But before Shawn Michaels gave Ric Flair the kick to the face, the super kick.
Yeah.
Right? Ric Flair was standing there with tears in his eyes.
Right.
And he was doing the bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on. I'm ready.
Okay.
Because he knew he was going to lose. And Shawn Michaels looked at him and said, I love you and I'm sorry. And then kicked him right in the mouth.
Oh, chin music.
Oh.
Yeah, sweet chin music. Down for the count. 1, 2, 3.
My God. My God.
Somebody stop the damn match.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Millie Bobby Brown on Jimmy Fallon talking about how, because of course the new season of Stranger Things kicks off real soon.
Cannot
talking
wait.
about how she managed to perfect her American accent. Because I keep forgetting that Millie Bobby Brown isn't like an American kid, right?
No, just straight up British
Super
accent.
British.
Right?
I read somewhere that you got your American accent from watching Hannah Montana.
I did.
That is true?
Yes, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, because I watched Bugsy Malone and Godfather when I was like 8.
I love Bugsy Malone.
Yeah, I love it. And my parents were like, watching all these movies with me, and I was like, yeah, but Hannah Montana is like Oscar nominating. Like, it's so good. Hannah Montana's the best.
Yeah.
Like the film, everything.
Yeah.
Everything about it is amazing. And I got the American accent, so I would always literally just be like, hi, like, how are you, Jimmy?
Like, it's so crazy when you get the British actors that can just switch the accent
Super
instantly.
weird.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.